When the floodwaters started to rise here in Fort Smith, we didn't realize it was going to be as bad as it was. We thought that the river would stay at a lower crest and houses would not flood, but it didn't. So when they began to rise, our church members just really started to mobilize. We found out who in our church would be affected. Our pastors and just lay ministers and lay people just really stepped up to the plate, and we only had probably about 24 hours to get people and their belongings out of their homes. We didn't think it would last as long as it did, but the water stayed high for about probably 5 or 6 days.
Interesting story. Our home was actually the very last house to flood on our block. And I was pretty sure we were going to make it because we hadn't flooded. And then we got a bunch of rain that night, and they let some more water out from the dam. And that night the river actually rose back up and surpassed the first crest and crested then at 40.79. And that additional inches of rainfall and release came back the next morning, and we had the front of the home got about 8 to 10 inches of water in it, and the back of the home got about 3 to 4.
There's a house here on 89th Street that needs to be mucked out, and mucking out includes flooring up, drywall out, insulation out, dealing with wet cabinets and doors, and so we started that project yesterday morning. After the mucking out, then the house has to be cleaned to try to get rid of as much mold as possible, and then sanitized to get rid of the rest of it. So it's a 3-step process. We'll do the first. I'm not sure what teams will come in to do the cleaning and sanitizing.
So it's not just something that is going to happen overnight. They're having to tear out flooring. They're having to tear out sheetrock, and then take it down to studs. And so it's going to be a long process ahead. So main thing is just we really right now they have places to stay and they're safe, but it's spiritual care. They're grieving. They're grieving the loss of their homes.
My church family just responded in a beautiful way and came and actually moved our appliances, furniture, everything else to different locations, helped move all of our possessions from our downstairs floor upstairs. And I don't know what people do without a church family in a situation like this, but my heart is just overflowing with gratitude to all those people. I had family members also, some neighbors from here that helped also, but we were all kind of in the same boat. So that church family has just been a godsend, and we're grateful to all of them.
I just want to say, thank you so much to anyone who makes this type of thing possible. I don't know what all goes into it and where their funding comes from, but I know that, we feel like we had it bad, but I know there are people that had it way worse than us. And so, whoever is making this possible, keep doing what you're doing, because it's a fantastic thing, and some people wouldn't be able to make it without you. So thank you guys so much for everything.